What is going on, you guys? Bastard YGO here, and today I'm touching on a deck I have not touched for a while now. I'm talking about a while. I'm probably over a year and a half. I don't think I touched this deck. If you guys actually fact check that, I probably touched it like a few months ago. But it just feels like it's been a very long time since I actually even looked at any type of Galaxy Eyes Photon card. So funny enough, I was actually very much inspired to actually build the deck. I went up against this man at my most recent locals, and he was playing Galaxy Eyes, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. This is like a lot of fun to actually go ahead and play. And I saw that he clearly really enjoyed the deck, and it brought me back to the times that I was testing it out. And honestly, I really like Galaxy Eyes Photon. The whole Zexal era, I'm a huge fan of. I love building Utopia. I loved building Galaxy Eyes. They're actually the Utopia combos, combo tutorial and all that type of things were some of the most fun videos I actually did on the channel. I just actually really love the interactions, XZ summoning, the whole number thing going on. I actually have my own number collection, which I still need to actually get back on because I kind of hopped off that for a little bit. But it's overall it's really a cool experience just to see anime decks that actually function. I think that the Utopia deck is more consistent than Galaxy Eyes. I think it has a higher ceiling. But Galaxy Eyes overall is still a really fun deck, and with the new support that is they got announced for just a few months back, I believe it's coming out next year. I forgot what the set is called, but it's gonna be really cool. It has some really great support cards, so I would definitely want to go ahead and pick up the deck before. And yeah, he had an ulti got Photon Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. I really wanted it, but it's okay. Hopefully I see him again. Hopefully I just buy it off a TCG player. But anyway, guys, that's neither here nor there. You guys aren't here for the backstory. I just thought this was really cool. I am still missing a few cards in the extra deck, so for the extra deck, I may just go ahead and put them on the screen at the end of the video. So just be aware of that. But I do want to go ahead and show you guys what I do have, But anyway, let's go ahead and get right into the deck profile, guys. If you guys do enjoy these types of videos, if you guys enjoy more rogue than competitive, again, let me know in the comment section down below. I did a poll. I talked about this in my previous video. I did a poll asking you guys if you guys like more competitive or rogue, and it was literally split right down the middle, 43%, 43%. So that was kind of funny, but again, let me know what you guys want to see in the on the channel up here in the next few videos, and I'll see what I can do for you. All right, guys, let's get into it, starting off with the monsters. Alright, guys, so for the monsters, we start off with playing 3 copies of Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. So Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon is the main focal point of the entire deck. So I mean, this card is a crazy boss monster by itself, but primarily you are going to be using him as XYZ materials, and a lot of these other cards do function very well having it as a material. It also flows very well with the next card in the deck, which is 2 copies of Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon. I have seen this card played at 3. I think 3 is definitely bricky. You definitely don't want to see it too much because it can only be special summoned if you control a Galaxy Eyes monster. And as far as Galaxy Eyes monster, if it's not Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, then it's going to be a card in the extra deck, which you're going to need 2 level 8s anyway to go ahead and summon. So 3 is just a bit too cloggy. 2 is just the right amount to go ahead and be able to see it often enough, but not draw it all the time or multiples, because that way that definitely is a brick. But this is actually just a beautiful card. I actually love the artwork on Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon. I think it's really beautiful, but enough of how much I like that card. But you definitely want to maximize out on Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, of course. And then Afterglow, definitely want to go ahead and play at 2. Next, I have 3 copies of Photon Orbital. I have just 2 right now, working on getting the 3rd one. But Photon Orbital is just a really essential key piece to the overall deck. So what else you do is it attaches itself to any Galaxy or Photon card, or Galaxy or Photon monster, and then you can send it to the graveyard to actually search another one, which is really good to be able to go ahead and make sure that you have the exact piece in your hand. So you're almost always going to have already one on board. Not a Photon Orbital, a Galaxy Eyes or a Photon. So having this in hand is just really easy. It's pretty much like activating Rhoda, but you need to have a Galaxy or a Photon monster on board before you activate it. So really good immediate searcher for anything you may need in the deck. So honestly, I absolutely love Photon Orbital, and this needs to be a 3-up. Alright guys, next on our list we have 3 copies of Galaxy Soldier. As far as Galaxy Soldier is concerned, I mean, it's a free Cyber Dragon Infinity. Also helps you search if you already have a second one in your hands. You can search any other Galaxy card. Yeah, any other Galaxy card from your deck to your hand. So really good. Searches like half the deck. Or Galaxy Monster, I should say. But 9 times out of 10, you're not going to have 2 in hand. So you just, you use it to search itself. Then you go ahead and go into Infinity after that as well. So Galaxy Soldier, really essential in the deck. Next, I actually went rogue. I want to play 3 copies of Galaxy Knight and 1 Galaxy Brave. Normally, you play 2 Galaxy Knight just because it is also a brick it is also a brick because you can only normal summon it for free if you already control a Photon or Galaxy monster, which yes, it's very easy to go ahead and do. But I understand why some people may want to run it at 2 or less. I just always feel like the normal summon of the Galaxy Eyes deck, Galaxy or Photon, whatever you want to call this deck, you always want to save the normal summon for last. You never want to save a normal summon for the very first thing. So, I mean, the deck plays enough extenders to where it should be able to go ahead and special summon 1, 2, or 3 times before you have to normal summon. So before you actually have to normal summon your Galaxy Knight. So you just go off from there because you already set up your board. You already have your Galaxy Photons on the board. Hopefully you have a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon in the graveyard because Galaxy Knight can actually go ahead and special summon him back, and then you have 2 level 8s and you go off from there. So also it's a beautiful card as well. I just love the artwork on all these cards, man. It's really nice. Honestly, it just feels like I'm fangirling a little bit, but I mean, they're so cool, man. They're knights in space. So that's really cool. And of course, Galaxy Brave. I went back and forth of playing this at 1 or 2. And I think 1 is just fine, essentially. The only reason I want to go ahead and play this guy only at 1 is because you need to have a Photon specifically in order to summon it, so it's less flexible than other cards you control. For example, Galaxy Knight, like it says Photon or Galaxy. And with Galaxy Brave, you need to have a Photon card in your hand in order to be able to special summon him. So it's a little bit more of a break than Galaxy Knight in my personal opinion, but still essential to the overall deck building strategy as an extender as well. So there we go for that. Next, I played 2 copies of Photon Vanisher, 2 copies of Photon Thrasher, and 2 copies of Galaxy Wizard. So this is probably one of the hardest things I need to go ahead and set up, is what are my level 4 Photon Galaxies going to look like. I was thinking of Photon Advancer. I was thinking of these guys right here. They're playing them at 1, 2, or 3, things like that. Galaxy Wizard was at 1, so was Photon Thrasher for a little bit as well. But overall, I think this is just going to be the best, most consistent way. Play them all at 2. I mean, regardless, you do want to see all of them. Not all at once, of course, but you still want to see all of them in your opening hand if possible, because then you just go clean off from there. But I think this is going to be probably the best ratio. Just play them all at 2. It really just it's a safe call as bet, just making sure that your deck is as consistent as possible, because the one thing the anime decks don't do is be consistent. So this I think fixes that issue a little bit. Well, it doesn't fix the issue, but it definitely helps making the deck a little bit more consistent as well. Next, for the hand trap, I want to play 1 Effect Veiler. So the reason I wanted to play just the Effect Veiler for this is because it is a light, and it's probably going to be the most impactful light hand trap currently in the format. Yes, you can play Lancia. I think Ghost Ogre is also a light. It might be a fire. Don't quote me on that one just yet, but I think Effect Veiler obviously is just the most impactful one. It's not once per turn. I have to check Ghost Ogre, but if that is, I mean, it's not really a hand trap that I would even play in any of my competitive decks at the current moment. But Lancia is not really relevant right now, so I just wanted a hand trap that I could go ahead and use, be versatile with. If you guys want to go ahead and take these out and put more Galaxy cards in here, by all means go for it. I don't see which ones you would. Maybe a Photon Advancer, like I said before, but I mean, you already have enough extender stuff as it is with the monsters. You need some protection as well. Another card I've seen do very well in here is like Forbidden Droplet, which of course is a fantastic card, and if you have it, by all means go for it. But I mean, this as it is still as it is a fun deck, but it is also pretty budget as well to go ahead and build. Only as not budget is gonna be number 90, Photon Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, which is I think like $30 or $40 card. It's absolutely insane, but I mean it's a really good card. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's just a little bit too pricey. But it's gonna be for the monsters, guys. Now on to the spells. Onto the spells, guys. We play 3 copies of Galaxy Expedition, 3 copies of Photon Sanctuary, and then 3 copies of Trade-In. I'll get to the rest in just a little bit, but this is going to be your main consistency. So of the entire deck, you want to go ahead and play Photon Sanctuary because it immediately gets 2 light monsters with 2000 attack, which means it livens up your Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragons. To be able to go ahead and be special summon for free, or you can use them as link fodder for your what's this guy called, Galaxy Eyes Soul Flare Dragon as well. So these are really essential to make sure that it gives you immediate access to your bigger boss monsters of the deck. So definitely want to go ahead and maximize out on this card, of course. Then 3 Galaxy Expedition, just because it lets you get free special summons from the deck, so really good as well. And you are playing a lot of level 8 monsters, so having trade-in is just absolutely crucial in this deck. Just to be able to go ahead and make sure that you have consistency as well. Plus, also, if you have Afterglow Dragon or Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon in your hand, if you send it to the graveyard, there's a lot of cards that actually bring it back. I think Afterglow Dragon brings itself back at some point, so I think trade-in with those make a really good combo. And if anything, you can just go ahead and send maybe one of your bricky Galaxy Knights from your hand to the graveyard. 2+2 off it as well. Well, I say +2, technically it's an even trade, but you guys get what I mean. You're taking out 2 useless cards from your hand. Not useless, but cards you can't use for 2 cards that you might be able to use. So that's going to be it for the consistency cards. Now for the rest of the spells. 3 Triple Tactics Talents. Honestly, I just think this card is crazy. Majority of the time I do use the effect to draw 2, only because we're in a weird format where people either choose board breakers or hand traps. I don't think there's a clear consensus as to which one is better. Both have their huge benefits and both have their cons as well. But I think it's just a safe bet to play Triple Tactic Talents in the main deck, just to make sure that you are able to consistently either gain a knowledge of your opponent's hand or consistently be able to draw 2 from your deck. And very rarely are you going to want to take your opponent's monster. Realistically, that's probably the effect that I activate the least amount. But you know, all 3 effects are still crazy. So next, for the last 2 spells in the deck, we'll play 1 Galaxy Trance, which is a monster reborn on crack. Or on steroids, or however you want to say it. Like, Galaxy Trance is just a crazy card. So basically, you pay 2,000 life points and target a Photon monster in your graveyard and special summon both it and a Galaxy monster from your deck. So special summons from the graveyard and special summons from the deck for 2,000 life points, but it's essentially free at that point. So crazy card. And then of course Rhoda for your Photon Thrasher, and then your Photon what's it called? Photon Vanisher as well. As far as traps goes, guys, I played 2 copies of Tachyon Transmigration. So I just really like this card. As far as like anime decks goes, I think this card is like nuts. If you have Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon on board, being able to activate it from your hand is crazy as well. But let me go ahead and read it with you guys. So this card is actually crazy. So if you control a Galaxy Eyes monster, negate the activations of your opponent's spell, trap cards, and monster effects activated before this card in this chain. And if you do, shuffle the negated cards on the field into the deck. If you control a Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, you can activate this card from your hand. So it negates everything that your opponent chained. So if you want to chain block, that's cool, but I'm going to go ahead and slap this down, and then you take all that back, and if it's on the field, you shuffle it back into the deck. So I think this card is definitely worth running. It's a little gimmicky, don't get me wrong, but there's no real way to search it because it's not a Photon or a Galaxy card. It is a Tachyon card, which I don't think there's a Tachyon searcher. If there is, let me know in the comment section down below. But overall, it is just a really fun card to actually get off if you're able to as well. That's gonna be it for the main deck, guys. Now on to the extra deck. So like I said, guys, I don't have the full extra deck right now, but I'll probably put it up on the screen just so you guys can see more or less what the idea is. I do have 2 of the Galaxy Eye Soul Flare Dragon. You don't need a third one. It's really just good to have recursion. It adds a Galaxy monster from your or Galaxy S monster from your graveyard to your hand. Galaxy S Photon Dragon being added is nice. It has effects during your opponent's turn for interruption, which is cool. But number 62, which is going to be a main board breaker, main winner of the deck. I play number 38, Hope Harbinger. Number 107, Galaxy Ice Tachyon Dragon, of course. And then the Cyber Dragon package. Of course, I do play a whole bunch of other cards as well, like Galaxy Eye Cypher Dragon, AA Zeus, of course. You would definitely want to go ahead and play the rank 4 Photon Star Leech. I forget exactly what it's called, but again, I'll have everything everything will be visible, so you guys will be able to see my exact full extra deck. It's just on TCG Player, but I haven't been able to pull the trigger just yet. But anyway, that's going to be it for the Galaxy Eyes deck profile, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Honestly, this is probably going to be one of the more fun anime decks out there. Besides, of course, Trickstar. Trickstar best deck. And it is an anime deck, so it is still getting, hopefully, new support. I know Trickstar Festival just got reprinted, I think in the Megatons, which is weird. So hopefully they get more new support soon. But we're not here about Trickstar. That's just my my love for this deck. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What anime deck do you guys want to see next, or do you guys want to see competitive, more rogue? Just let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll go ahead and see what I can do for you guys. But if you guys do enjoy the video, go ahead and leave a like down below. It helps out quite a bit. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.